Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Baijiali. This is the BJL-668. It's an AM/FM shortwave portable radio. This retails on Amazon for $17.99. It had a 10% off coupon, bringing the price down to $16. I thought I'd give it a shot. I believe it's one of those cheap radios you can get on AliExpress. I'm not a fan of AliExpress, so I wait till things come on Amazon. So here it is, the BJL-668. Here's the box. You got this model here on the front. Now the other side has a different model, which is pretty cool. So we'll flip it over. And they have the 667, which is interesting because it has a thumb tuning right on the front, but the volume's on the side. So I didn't see this one available, though I do like it. But this is really neat having both controls right on the front. And I like this radio a lot. It performs really well. So I took everything out of the box. Let's show you what you get. So in the box, we get the star of the show, the Baijiali. Yeah, this thing's awesome. Look at that. It looks like a Panasonic. It's got this chrome treatment. I absolutely love it. It has character. That's what you want. You want character, right? This thing's awesome. Look at this thing. Beautiful. Yellow indicator. There's this bright chrome treatment on the front. Yeah, you think it might be cheap, but it performs. What else do we get in there? We get a lanyard, carry lanyard, and a charging cable. It is USB to micro USB. So no Type-C here, but they're getting there. It's an inexpensive radio. Didn't expect a fancy cable. And then we get the instructions, which I didn't even look at. Do we think we need them? I don't think we need them. Nope. It's like one page. There you go. For those who need to know. That's cool. All right. Yeah, it's a good little radio. I like it. I like how it operates. So let's check it out. So dimensions of the radio. I'm going to zoom this on down a little bit. Up close. All right. So we have a length of 6 1/4 inches. I do like the tabletop form factor. Very awesome. We have a height of 3.5 inches. That includes that top band switch. And then we have a case depth of 2 1/4 inches from the front of this tuning knob to the back of the radio. Nice. We can do a size comparison. I always keep some radios on hand. I have a CC Pocket in the house. This is 11:22. That's PM Central Daylight Time near Chicago, Illinois, USA. Next, we have our frequency checker. If we're going to check frequencies, which I don't think we will. We'll just do quick band scans with it. But here we are, CC Skywave 2. It's an AM/FM weather air shortwave. Just to give you an idea for size. Yeah, so the Baijiali is a bit bigger. So, all right, cool. And if you don't have those two radios, I always have a deck of cards handy. Here it is, Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves cheap shortwave radios from, can you guess it? China Land. Dun 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 dun. China Land. Awesome. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. So let's get rid of the deck of cards. Let's go over features of the BJL-668. These model numbers are pretty interesting. So right away, yeah, it's a cool Panasonic style radio. I thought it was really neat. We'll go to the left-hand side. I think it just shows you the plastic design. So they got kind of a semi-gloss here, leading to that chrome front, and then kind of a more matte finish on the back, more dull. So it's pretty basic. Going to the front, we have a speaker here, which is around 2.5 inch or 2 1/4 inch, depending on how you measure that opening. I had this radio open. I should have measured the speaker, but I think it's about a 2 1/4 to 2.5 inch speaker. It sounds fairly good. It's a bright tone, but it is nice. Our dial is cool. So you can see the bands there, FM, AM, and they got shortwave 1 and shortwave 2. So they got it broken up. But the cool thing about shortwave, if you look, it starts at 3.2 megahertz. That's nice, because I'm getting tired of radios that start at 5.9. And then if you look at the second band, it goes 10 to 22 megahertz. Yeah, and I get tired of the ones that stop at like 16 or 18. Here it goes all the way to 22. That is nice. I was able to pick up Taiwan today, which is pretty cool, in the 21 megahertz area. So very cool that the radio goes from 3.2 to 22 megahertz. I'm pretty happy for an inexpensive guy like this. but pretty snazzy. We got our tuning knob there. We got our volume on-off controls. The controls feel good and they work well. No binding of the tuning knob, and the volume control works really nice. Right inside of the radio, we have our DC input. The micro USB plugs in there and charges a 18650 battery, which I'm going to show you in a second. The charge light comes on. I notice a charge rate of around 2/3 of an amp. If you're wondering if you're putting your own battery in there, make sure it can handle about 3/4 to 2/3 of an amp, something like that. That's what I noticed from a dead battery. So a lanyard hook point for that lanyard they included. Okay, that's cool. A wrist strap. Loving it. Back here we have the whip antenna. Now, the quality it's not too bad. Overall quality, fit and finish seems okay. There's no gaps or cracks or anything. But the one problem I did have was the whip antenna was loose here. This screw was stripped out, so this did not sit firmly. There was no bolt on either side. It's just a screw holding it in, and the FM wires is soldered right to that screw. And it's not the ideal setup, but it was wiggling all around, so I actually had to open the radio up with these 4 screws right here. It's real simple. This pops off, and I was able to epoxy this antenna bottom in. Now it's firm, no problem at all. But yeah, yours may or may not have a problem with the antenna. If it does, you may have to glue it. That's what I had to do. And it's been working great. But our antenna here comes up and it pivots. It's nice, and it extends out to a good 18 inches. So you get some decent reception with that antenna. It's got a little finger well there. Cool. You can see it's QC passed, number 4, whoever that is. Good job. There's our sticker with our band information. Nice. Our area where the speaker is. You can kind of see the magnet there. So it's got a decent sized speaker in there. Loving that. It's all magnet there you're seeing. Yep. Right here, our battery compartment. We can open this up. Show you the 18650. It is an unprotected button top. That's all that will fit in there unless you try to do some mods like bend that positive terminal out and put some flat tops in. But yeah, it's definitely unprotected. They give you a 1200 milliamp hour battery. I expect the runtime to be about 10 to 12 hours, maybe even a little longer if the volume is lower. So always use low volume and your battery will last quite a long time. So yeah, and it's got the base, so you could just swap it out. And you could, if you wanted to upgrade, you can get the XH Data batteries. I use these, 3000 milliamp hour. You could pick up a twin pack for $10, I believe, off their site still. Go check that out. I think it's shdata.com, .cn or something like that. But yeah, check them out. Good little batteries, and you definitely almost triple the capacity and the runtime. So nice. So let's go ahead and we'll talk about FM reception, and we'll turn it on. We're going to demo the audio of the radio. We're going to also go through all 3 bands. So let's get going. FM reception report, always go over this. I do a fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. So 5 tiers. This one rates a solid 3-star good category. Most radios average about 2.5 stars, which is 48 stations found in my area. This one here found 64 stations, which is pretty incredible. Selectivity on this DSP radio is interesting. It can find faint stations if you're careful. You go back and forth with the tuning knob, and you'll pick up those faint stations. Moving the radio around helps quite a bit. So tuning is key with this radio. DSP, digital signal processor. It's digital stepped. You'll hear it. It's an analog scale, but there's a digital chip in there. And as you're turning it, you can hear little steps, and a lot of times it'll latch on the stronger station. So if you just take your time, you'll find the station in between. It does well. So I gave it a 3-star in selectivity. Even though you have to work for it, it does find the station, so that's great. And same with AM. It's a little tricky on AM as well. Expect that. But shortwave, there's enough space in between the frequencies. Typically, you don't have that problem. So we're going to turn this up here, and we'll go to Radio Todderbert, which I have an FM transmitter. This is actually, I'll turn it down for a second. This is the FM transmitter, transmitting on 97.7. I haven't started the MP3 player yet. So there you are. And I do have an MP3 player, a Sony, with some MP3 files from the YouTube library. We'll go ahead and start that. Turn it up. Sweet. Run this for about a minute or 2.
crazy mother.
So you can get it pretty quiet. Nice. So yeah, there's the audio demo. I did forget to mention the top of the radio. It's pretty funny. I got excited about showing features and I forgot to show the top band switch. As you can see, it's just a 4-way switch, FM, AM, shortwave 1, shortwave 2. So that's how you get to your bands. Very basic setup there. And of course the model number and their name. Yeah, nice silver lettering. So I don't know how long that'll last, but yeah, very cool. Having a lot of fun with this radio, even though I had to open it up and glue the antenna bit in. That's, one of those things. I had no problem with that because this radio is a lot of fun and I'm enjoying it. So let's go ahead. We're going to shoot over to the shortwave band. I'm going to turn off my FM transmitter here. Turn off the MP3 player. Okay, everything's great. So for shortwave, I have a little Kato T1 wire hooked up to my window blinds. And we'll hook this up to the radio's whip antenna here. Let's see, good spot here. I think this will work. All right, let's see what we get for reception. There's some big storms out to the east. I'm not sure how that'll affect our reception tonight. But let's go ahead and start tuning. So I'm going to go to the bottom, and we'll start on shortwave 1. I think that's where we're going to find most activity, being it's evening. Now I'll go over my so shortwave 2, there's shortwave 1. Okay, so again, it is 11:32 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA. Now I'm not going to talk during these. I'm just going to tune, and I'm only going to break in between bands. So let's go ahead and give it a go. Now, during the day, I picked up about 9 to 12 stations, which is about average for a typical day. And it was not the greatest weather, so I don't know if that affected it. But otherwise, pretty average reception with this little antenna. It's not too bad. So let's go ahead and turn it up. And make sure we're on shortwave. Oh, that's 10 megahertz. Shortwave 1. All right.
So you don't get this urban chasing as we perform to. You have to understand that. It's all part of the controlling process. So we can current, even 1213, and make straight path for your feet. So the blood is lean, and not.
see them present with the when the three of them, the big three for that, and then you might have even a lot of the billionaires that would say, okay, we'll pay the 2%. We'll do it.
That's not the issue to me.
The issue is global taxation. That's the point. Because global taxation without global representation. You got it. They're creating a world government by de facto. That's right. They're just making it happen. Right. Who gives them the authority?
mostrando dos destinos significativos, La Habana y Panamá, excepción muy orgullosa de nuestro país, Juan Carlos de Granda.
Of keeping everything going. I'm not asking you to do that. That's why God called me to be a pastor, to be responsible, to share.
Del pastor es la misma que tiene el Estado con todos los presos políticos. Están en manos de ellos, ellos son los responsables.
Sí, o sea, la gente de teatro es muy convencional, es un género menor y es banal, ¿no?
Importante lo está diciendo. Esto ocurrió cuando él salió y estaba en extrapenal en su casa, que se convirtió y entonces lo castigaron nuevamente.
Amen. That's the truth. We got money in the bank or laid up somewhere. And God specifically told God's people not to live around
6. They look at most of the church and go, mate, you guys are succumbed to paganism. We're sticking to January.
But they said to lay upstairs in heaven.
Estaba en pantalla ancha y haber recibido la acogida de estos colegas, tanto nacionales como de otros nacionales, tanto nacionales como internacionales del propio medio, del cine.
Acetone, 4 hours, 44 minutes. Coordinated Universal Time.
Given the cricket, it's showing behaviors where people, by biting them, are deciding.
alle dite din 30 aprilie, Olimpiada de Geografie.
Okay, that's the Shortwave band. Yay, that was a lot on there. Holy cow. So we're going to go ahead and go to FM. So all the way over right. To the left, I mean. There you are, FM. So let's hear what we can hear in the FM band. Yeah, and then we'll get to the AM and then hopefully find something good there too as well. This is the FM. Go rather quick.
About this story, you know, you calling out to God to send the angels. You were there faithfully. The little ones in the car.
Check out the Echo CD of the Month Club because
2026 season on. To create such a, it could be presented to clubs that. The songs of faith, we are the heavenly choir. Should they vote in favor, then it will replace the profit and sustainability rules currently in place.
Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount.
There's a place that I go every time that you're in town.
Something made them slam on the brakes and get their wits about them. That's why they put together a bunch of new music and an epic tour that literally goes all over this hemisphere. And we'll catch Kings of Leon at the end of September. Well, I'm Ryan Arnold, and I'm about ready to move on out, but not before I get to a band who relocated to Chicago from the Great White North just to make some music. Next on XRT.
This hour of music is sponsored by Professional Life and Casualty.
Accessory that comes with a convenient charging cord.
Requires in-store activation.
No one understands you, but don't give up.
You'll be matched with a team who can help you navigate the healthcare system.
And helping individuals fix their IBS problems.
This can't be life.
I'm here to stay. I was close to defeat. I rose to my feet. My life like a soundtrack. Oh, I've got enough. I've got peace.
Rare, yeah, not impossible. So when I want to get her name right, Mildred Kirsch.
Garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your...
Will we find out about...
Here's what your eyes can do. You'll probably move right through.
La piecera, peinador y espejo, en dos colores.
Tell you if you have a case and how much its potential.
The roadways are quiet. Eden's looks good. Just a reminder on the inbound side, the exits to eastbound Dem.
I've ever made in my life. Permanent.
Always things que tienen tecnología Rapid Dry.
Si eres propietario de tu negocio o estás pensando crear el tuyo, tú eres la voz del negocio.
Okay, so that was the FM. We're running out of time. We're going to disconnect the antenna because it has an internal ferrite antenna for the AM band. It's right underneath the speaker, about this long. I want to say it's about a 2.5, 3-inch antenna. Not bad. So we'll go ahead and go to the medium wave band, go to the bottom. I'm just going to go scroll really quick, and then we'll get final thoughts on the radio. If anything long distance shows up, I'll just do a little pop-up. Again, I'm not going to talk.
On that committee, that are, that jury that are going to say, hey, we don't want to convict this. So we're going to start with the basics, build the foundation. I don't know. I can't catch it. Well, it tells you how important you think he is. Oh, it's because I... .com/ on the table will ever be mine. Matt Pinto. I remember about Thunder's announcers, and this is just something you should outline, saying, hey, let's do your first is the actual execution of actually hiring things without WLW on Kevin Gordon. We got some not so good news from some of these automakers. Ford just reported a...
that can ruin your life. Collection calls, sleepless nights.
The family joined him on the L train platform at Washington and Wabash, where he was not...
Most credit card companies won't tell you about. They'll help you consolidate or settle your debts for a fraction of what you owe. With JetBlue's Success Guarantee, you pay nothing unless your debt is reduced.
They're like, oh my gosh. So, what would you tell
the lie that the United States is an essentially...
All right.
I wrote a book on this, but...
Is this an act?
That'd be great. I appreciate that. Thanks for calling. Let's go to Ron in South Dakota. Hey, Ron, you're on Ground Zero.
Clyde, I was listening here, and I did see the show where the girl, they took the cosmetic makeup off of her, and that show gave me nightmares.
When I was done for the day, said I had timed 124.
Next year in LeBron James. Nobody gets in his face for the last shot.
Ain't no mountain high.
Sense of just...
Each year, the Feeding American network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. There's signs that come from anybody at any time, and we sometimes...
Love toward God, love toward
Bowel movement and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain.
Purview, as Sean has told me, of the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Anticipating something.
What question is that?
Stars to close things out, and so there's no time to huddle. There's no time.
No, that's my favorite destination.
Or Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix Jr. It's a brainer. What would you rather have?
Okay, we're done. There it is. The Baijiali, I think it's the BJL-668. Yeah, you heard it buzzing a little bit on the medium wave, and then when I did this, it went away. So I'm thinking it's got to be sync tabletop mode, so you don't get that little vibration. I think it might be somewhat the speaker, the way it's mounted. Something was rattling there, but that might have been a wire even or something. But yeah, when it was up like this, it was fine. So awesome. So let's talk about quick final thoughts, and then we'll get going here. Likes, I like the looks, of course. Controls are very nice and smooth. Speaker audio is nice and bright. I'm a fan of that. The replaceable 18650 in the back there with the battery bay, compact size. Yeah, it's got a lot of flair to this thing. Decent price and good reception. So, boom, those are big ones. Dislikes and wants. Well, build quality is questionable because of the antenna issue I had, having to glue it in. I had to fix it. That's unfortunate. And of course, dial accuracy, you noticed, wasn't at all on par if you were paying attention to where that needle was. On some of those shortwave things, yeah, you got it. Not great. And a cool thing would be a lit dial. Everybody's probably thinking that too. And of course, a higher capacity battery is always a nice welcome thing. So those are my dislikes. Overall, for around $15, it's worth it. Yeah, I can deal with the nuances because it's a radio. There's no MP3 player, there's no Bluetooth. It's all about radio, and that's fun. And they're keeping it around $15 when it's on sale. Or 16 was it? Yeah, $16. That's still a great deal. So I give it a thumbs up. If you like this radio, give it a thumbs up as well. 2, if you enjoy these inexpensive shortwave radios and want to see more, hit subscribe to the bell icon, get notified. And 3, comment below what you think about the BJL-668 Baijiali. Is it cool enough? Do you think it's fun? I do. I think it's really cool. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Would it be something you'd pick up just for the heck of it for a fun radio? Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in my next video.